Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into Zendesk AI. The goal here? To give you the strategic lowdown so you can figure out if this is the right move for your customer experience team.
So let's just jump right in with a question that, probably hits a little too close to home for any support leader. Is your team, are they just drowning in the same questions day in and day out? You know the ones, where's my package? How do I reset my password? It feels like a broken record, right? But here's the thing. It's not just annoying. It's actually a huge red flag for your business.
And that red flag? It has a number, 30%. Yeah, 30. The research we're looking at says this is the magic number, the tipping point. If your agents are spending more than a third of their time on these repetitive questions, well, automation stops being a nice-to-have and it becomes something you absolutely have to look at.
Okay, so 30% is the line in the sand. But what's the real damage here? What's the true cost when you're stuck in that loop? Let's kind of peel back the onion on this.
Well, it's really a domino effect, isn't it? First, your agents burn out. Nobody wants to be a human FAQ page, right? So your best people leave. That drives up your costs. Then, because everyone's stretched thin, you start getting inconsistent answers, wait times creep up, and your customers definitely feel that. But maybe the biggest hidden cost is what your team isn't doing. They're not tackling the really tricky problems, the ones that build real relationships and add serious value. All right, so that's the problem, and it's a big one. What's the fix? Well, this is where Zendesk AI comes in. And it's not just a small tweak. We're talking about a completely different way of thinking compared to the old school tech. It really changes the whole game.
And here's the absolute core idea you need to grasp. This is not your grandma's search bar. It's not just matching keywords. It's an entire system built to understand customer intent. What are they actually trying to do? The whole point is to figure that out and give them the right answer instantly, so they never even have to create a ticket.
The difference is really night and day. Think of your classic knowledge base as a library. It's just sitting there, totally passive. You, the customer, have to walk in and know exactly which book to pull off the shelf. But Zendesk AI? It's like having an active librarian who sees you walk in, understands the look on your face, and proactively hands you the exact paragraph you need. It's dynamic, it's intelligent, and it's always working.
So how does this magic actually happen? The secret sauce is something called natural language processing, or NLP. A customer just types like they'd talk, in their own words. The AI isn't just scanning for the word package. It's smarter than that. It understands that where's my package and my delivery hasn't arrived are the exact same intent. And then boom, it serves up the one perfect article that answers that question. It's less like a search engine and more like a mind reader, almost.
Okay, the tech is cool, for sure. But let's get down to brass tacks. I know what you're thinking. What's the ROI? Show me the money, right? So let's shift from the how to the how much and talk about actual, tangible savings.
So who's going to see the biggest bang for their buck with this? Well, it's pretty versatile. Our source material points to a few clear winners. E-commerce and retail? Oh yeah, they're at the top of the list. We're talking deflecting 30, 40, even 50% of those where is my order questions. SaaS companies, high-growth SMBs, financial services, they're also seeing massive wins by automating all those common technical or process questions.
To really see the numbers, let's just build a quick sample case, okay? And to do that, we have to start with one really important number that you should know, your average cost per ticket. Okay, so for our example, let's just pick a round number. Let's say every single ticket that an agent has to touch costs you, on average, $20. Now, let's imagine your new AI is up and running, and it's successfully deflecting 5,000 of those tickets every single month. And what does that look like? You do the math. That is $100,000 a month in operational savings. That's not just a nice number, that's a game changer. It's how you stop talking about your support team as a cost center and start seeing it as a legit value driver for the whole company. But look, let's be real. To make a smart call, you need the whole story. AI is incredibly powerful, but it's not a silver bullet. So now we've got to look at the practical side of things. What are its limits, and how does it play nice with the rest of your tech stack? Here's the big takeaway on limitations. AI has zero emotional intelligence. It can't tell if a customer is just asking a question or if they're about to blow a gasket. It also gets lost in really complex back-and-forth conversations. This is why the smartest companies don't aim for 100% replacement. No way.
They use AI as the ultimate frontline, an amazing triage system that handles the simple stuff and has very, very clear escape hatches to get a customer to a human the second they need one.
And the AI doesn't live on an island either. Its power gets a massive shot in the arm when you connect it to your other systems. Hook it up to your CRM, and your agents see the whole customer story. Connect it to Shopify, and they can process a return without ever leaving their screen. Even better, you can use API calls to let the bot itself pull live data, like an order status, which makes self-service 1,000 times more useful. Okay, we're coming down the home stretch. Let's get to the final checklist for any decision maker. We got to talk about the bottom line stuff. What's it cost, and is it secure?
This right here is a fantastic rule of thumb from the source material. Basically, if you think you can deflect between 15 and 20% of your total tickets, that's the point where the AI starts paying for itself. It's a super clear, tangible number you can use to build your whole business case.
Now, pricing. This is critical to know. Zendesk AI is not baked into the standard plans. It's an add-on. You're going to be paying for it on a per agent per month basis. So when you're doing your budgeting, you have to remember to stack this cost on top of whatever you're already paying for your main Zendesk subscription.
And last but definitely not least, compliance. If you're in a regulated industry, think finance, healthcare, government, this is a total non-starter if the security isn't there. The good news is, Zendesk has a whole alphabet soup of certifications: SOC 2, ISO, GDPR, HIPAA, FedRAMP, the whole shebang. They've clearly put in the work to make sure your data is locked down tight.
So this all brings us to the final and maybe most important point. The goal here isn't about replacing your team. It's about elevating them. It's about letting the robots do the robotic work. By automating all that repetitive noise, you free up your smart, empathetic human beings to do what they're truly great at, solving the messy, complex, high-stakes problems that actually build loyalty and define your brand. So the question I'll leave you with is this: what are your agents uniquely human enough to solve?